Hello friends, my name is Ramasu. Today we shall discuss about a topic that what is waterfall methodology for software development and what are the disadvantages and why should we not have to use the waterfall methodologies nowadays. So let's start friend. First of all, I request to please subscribe to my YouTube channel and click on the bell option as well so that many videos can reach to you. So let's start friend. First of all, we have to understand that what is waterfall actually. Friend, waterfall is basically a software development lifecycle approach SDLC, and what is actually waterfall based on the concept that first of all we have to do the requirement analysis, and then we have to do the system design, then implementation, then testing, and then deployment, and then the maintenance. Here you must see that this is the approach which we use for software development. Here you will notice that the modules or the phases actually they are in the sequential way. Like first we have to complete all the requirement analysis for the system, only then we shall have to start the next phase of the system design. Once the system design will finish, then we will start the development or implementation phase. And also we cannot go back into the previous stage, like if the implementation starts, so we cannot go back into the system design and then from system design to requirement analysis. It goes into from top to bottom or in the sequential way. We cannot go back and forth in the waterfall approach. Then the other approach problem here is that once all the implementation or development finish, then the testing will start. Testing means that the quality assurance from the vendor team or the user acceptance testing by the customer here. And what happened actually, once the like for example you are implementing any system, so once you have completed the whole development and then you give the system to the customer for the UAT purpose, then you get the feedback of the customer, like for example he is not satisfied from the module, is not satisfied with the look and feel of the system. So whatever the feedback you are getting from the customer, it is at a very later stage. At that stage, once all the development is completed, all the planning is completed, then you are getting the feedback from the customer. In that case actually what happened, that the rework is actually increased so much in that case. This is the very big disadvantage. Secondly, that the requirement analysis is once all the requirement analysis starts at the early stage of a project, then we do the system design. Here what happened, that we are getting the feedback from the customer at this stage once the development is the finish. So what happened, if there is any change requirement is there, for example customer is not satisfied from any module, for example he is saying that one more module is required or two more modules are required once he sees the system. So now what happened, that it is not acceptable in this module, in this approach of a waterfall, we must have to do the change request. So the actually the approach of waterfall is very rigid with respect to customer point of view, because once the project is initiating or starting at this point of level, the customer is not so much aware about the requirement, what actually he wants and what happened. So the rigidness and the strictness in waterfall model is basically is not acceptable, is not likable by the customer actually. Why? Because if customer want to make any changes in the system, he must have to go through from the change request, and also it requires additional money, additional cost and additional time for the development team as well. So friend, these are the few disadvantages of the waterfall approach. So thanks a lot for watching the video. I hope you like this video. If you like it, please share it with your friends and colleagues, and thanks a lot for watching the video. Thank you friends.